Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Movie Screeners Club podcast. I'm your host, Sophia Falk. The Movie Screeners Club is brought to you by Designing Hollywood Productions in association with Gardena Cinema. If you want to win the chance to have your short film screened in a huge cinema and the opportunity to be interviewed on our podcast, please submit your short film today to moviescreenersclub@gmail.com.
What's up? My name is Dexter Pierce. I got a film, No Heroes in the City. It'll be showing, September 18th or 19th?
The 19th.
19th? Okay, cool. Showing September 19th at Gardena Cinema. This is the first film that I shot this year. It was sort of like a kickstart to the year because I've had a pretty good year creatively, as I've shot like a couple of short films, a couple of music videos. I got one music video. It just got released today, maybe like a couple of hours ago, and it's getting a great response. It's like
right on, shout it out.
Yeah, it's the song is called Holy Unbroken. It's by this artist. Her name is, let me make sure that I'm saying this correctly. Priest Natalie Marie. Okay. And it's also by another artist. His name is Joseph. I'm blanking out on like the beginning of like his artist name though. I think it's I can't say.
He'll appreciate this. He'll watch this.
Yeah,
and he'll appreciate it.
Yeah. But the music video turned out great. We shot it in Auburn, California, a couple of weeks ago. And like from there, I just took the footage and I cut it up really quick and went through it a bunch and colored it how I wanted it. And
is that kind of like what you like doing as a filmmaker? Kind of just like run and gun, like let's get up and go.
So yeah, it varies. Like with the film No Heroes in the City, that was sort of like a let's get up and go type of deal. I was just ready to shoot something. I was living in an apartment and I was about to move out, but I had the thought to shoot something in the garage that I had because I knew I had access to it. I knew there wasn't going to be a bunch of people around when I shot it. Fast forward to the day that I did shoot it, felt like everybody and their mama was around in the garage. It was just like, where the fuck were you people at? Like, I never see anybody in the garage.
Everybody has to blow their air horns or something. It's like,
yeah, and I had one of the people who was like driving in, because at the time out in the building, on one of the floors, there's like one of the apartments. It's a whole house full of Mormon boys.
Oh, sick! What great neighbors, man!
Right on.
Great neighbors. One time they took me under their wing and they brought me into their church and we played basketball and I kicked their ass.
Do you be getting knocks on your door all the time or no?
Here and there. Like with when I first moved in, they had like a set of boys and like I got close with those boys, but then like after a while, like after a couple of months, I guess after they do their mission, they move on to like another place.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, was it like for a week straight you were just getting knock real quick? Can I interest you?
Yeah.
It would happen in the elevator. Not only would it happen on the elevator, I would either be on the elevator smelling like weed or I would be in the elevator with a girl going up to my apartment.
You broke their ankles so bad they needed Joseph Smith.
Oh, man. I bet they thought I was the devil's nephew. We shot it there, and man, one of my neighbors, they actually called the building management on me.
Oh shit!
Oh,
and he showed up like minutes within me getting our first shots up. So some of the first shots were the last shots, which was like us getting in the elevator and us at that door.
It
was like he showed up and I went over to him. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm shooting a student project. It would just be a couple more hours." I was like, romantic.
You just had to chicken the dude right there in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Long story short, he should have kept to himself.
Yeah. Yep. At the end of the day, long story short, you should have kept it to yourself.
Ignorance is bliss, man. Ignorance is bliss for sure on that one. What you don't know will not hurt you, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But luckily we was able to finish it. I knocked it out in a couple of days, and yeah, it was cool. It was fun. It's fun. It's a fun project. It's a different kind of project because it's like it's funny, but like it's not funny, ha ha. It's funny, like, oh shit.
Funny, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Situational funny, man.
Situational funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, because it was like, it's like I don't want to give out too many spoilers, but I really liked. One, it looks great. First of all, like the way you did everything. Like
Yeah, my boy DP, my boy Josh, he DP'd it. Cause I can DP, but like I like to give people the
Well,
opportunity.
you're in it too.
Yeah, because I'm in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't be every once your name's in the credits more than twice. It's like, okay, Dexter, you gotta share the love a little bit. I think.
I know. I try.
No, for sure. But the one thing I love, like, also, shout out. I love the hat, the Pliny the Elder hat.
Oh, thank you.
Great beer. I respect that.
I've just been up in the woods the last couple of days, just kicking it. I went to the brewery and picked up some beers, and I bought.
Oh, no way! Super dope. Yeah, I know this one shop that has them. So shout out Pliny the Elder from. But speaking with the whole aesthetic, yeah, it just looks really nice. The whole aesthetic and that looks done. So your homie Josh was doing the DP, and
yeah, he was a DP on it. Yeah.
So what? He was that's somebody you worked with before in the
Well,
past.
so I met him. So when I first moved to LA, I was PAing my ass off. Okay, I PA for everybody. I did the dirtiest of the dirtiest PA work and like the easiest of the easiest PA work.
Yeah.
And I met him on the set. And he was like one of the dudes that I could, because I meet so many people that I fucking forget their names, but he was one of the dudes that I remember because he actually did his job. And he was able to call on the walkie, and I know he was reliable.
Responsible.
Responsible. And so, like, I put him on another job, and then he was doing great. And I just thought about him because I had saw him posting like his work on like Instagram, and I clicked on one of his projects, and I was like, damn, bro, this shit's good. Like, we got to get together and like do something. And then he came over, and I was like, yeah, I got this idea I want to shoot. It wasn't even really written in stone. I just had an idea that a guy comes home, he sees something happening, he wants to act and encourage and help, and it ends up not being the situation that he thought it was.
Left, right.
Yeah. And Josh was like, yeah, hell yeah. So we went with it, and yeah, it's got a really good look. I sent him like a lookbook before we even began, and it's really close to like exactly like how I wanted it to look.
Oh, it looks.
Like, I love when that happens.
Great, man. Yeah,
when it works out like that. From page to screen, perfectly.
Page to screen, yep. And then the laundromat stuff, I sent it to I got a professor, a few professors, because I went to grad school in San Francisco. I went to an art school called Academy of Art. And I finished my MFA in directing and writing there. And I sent it to this guy. He used to be like the head of like directing, and I still keep in touch with him. His name is Jack Perez. And he was just loving all of the laundromat stuff that I got, and like how I was able to just go out there and just like steal it real quick and get it out.
That's crazy. I was wondering that. I was like, do you know someone who owns a laundromat or?
Nope. I went in there. So we shot all of the it was originally going to be another laundromat that was near me, but the night of the shoot, I went up there to scout it out for like maybe like an hour before people started to show up. It's like 7, 8 o'clock or something like that.
Right.
And it was packed. Like it was a Wednesday night, and this laundromat that I had never seen no fucking body at is packed on the night that we're gonna shoot.
That's how it goes, man. Everybody wants to check out the garage. Everybody needs to clean their clothes that day, man. That's just how
it bro. I'm like, it's Wednesday. Oh, it's a random ass Wednesday. Like, what the so I drove up the street because I had a plan B garage, and I went up there and I was looking around. I was like, okay, it's chill. I don't see too much going on. So we went out there, and I shot that opening in like a really short amount of time, probably less than like 2 hours.
Oh wow. No way. So you guys just went that you guys had this like, all right, we could do one more take and then that's it. Let's bounce.
That's serious running up.
I did the dialogue for it was super run and gun. We did the dialogue. I got masters. I got my cutaways, my over the shoulder stuff, and him driving off. And then after we got that, and I was certain that we got that, I didn't even like look at the takes. I could just feel the takes like in the moment when I was
Oh,
like
the vibe. Yeah, you just feel the vibes.
Yeah, I could totally feel the vibe. And then I was like, yeah, so let's go up to the front, and then we have to shoot him on the phone for the ending. And then after we get that, I'm gonna go inside, and we're gonna act like I'm just like working on my shift, like closing the doors,
Right, the opening scenes.
Yep. Make it look like I'm like working, and I'm about to get off work, but I can't get off work because I'm covering for this
You're
dude.
waiting for homie.
Yeah, waiting for my boy to pull up, but he's showing up late. And yeah, like we went in, and I showed it at the end of if you guys look at the Vimeo of the film, at the end of it, like during the credits, I show it like the scene of me like, should we go
You
in?
got all them quick cuts. Yeah. I stayed
behind the scenes.
Yeah. I was so unsure to go up in there too. That was not part of the plan, but
things work out. Sometimes the stars align.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you come up with an idea like this? Like you were saying, like, a laundromat nearby. I know that I want one scene to be in a laundromat. Like, what comes first? Like this idea that you're gonna have a character that runs into this awful situation, and
usually I write a lot of especially thinking back when I was in school, film school, I write around the resources that I have.
Right.
So if I know somebody that owns a car shop, or if I know somebody that has this thing, I'll write something for the spaces that I know I get access to, that I at least think I can get away with.
Right.
Smart.
Yeah. And then I'll go from there. And if it makes sense, awesome. Most of the time it does. And I'll send it to somebody else to make sure it makes sense. And yeah, I write around what I got access to. Like I wish I could just I wish I could just write about like anything, but it's like I know I can't shoot that.
Yeah, right.
Right. You got to make it as grounded as possible and work with what you have. And but that's what comes with the best thing, like, where it gives you the confidence, I'm sure, to like, that you can shoot wherever you want to shoot, like, in that sense. And now like, you're not dreaming, like, you're still dreaming big, but you're not like, you're thinking realistically, and like you can create your vision how you want it. So that's
right. And that's because that's most important, especially like at this stage that we at, you know what I mean, dealing with minimum resources and stuff. But I've been on sets to see like what people can like get access to, so I try to like tailor those ideas to where it's like, I could see somebody else doing this. Or
yeah, but imagine one day when you have $50 million budget and you can do anything.
yeah. Then that'll be oh man. I might keep 40 of it and just spend 10 on the movie because I know what the fuck to do.
Guys, I can make the whole thing for $200.
Yeah, right. To be honest with you,
look, we need laundromat near my house. It's always empty. Let's. Yeah, I think like especially like film school teaches you to be so resourceful as a filmmaker, and I think it's so important because when you don't have a box where you could do anything, it's kind of like the story kind of gets away from you, because you can do everything. Like everything's a possibility, and you kind of like lose this. I mean, movies should be real, they should be like based in reality where you go, oh, and you're watching it as an audience member, this could happen in real life, or I've experienced something like this in real life. I always assume the worst when it comes to, I see sketchy people, and it ends up being fine.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
It's like putting yourself in a box like that where I have a garage, I have a laundromat, I can get a security jacket for $20 on Amazon. Like, done. Yeah.
Done. That's it, man.
The actress owns the lingerie. It's like, that's free.
Look to the spot in film, dude. That's it.
All the music is original.
That's
Yeah, I
sick.
saw that. Who came up with the score, the soundtrack? Yeah, who came with that?
Well, I would be you can call me the sound design person because I think sound audio.
More
I
credit.
went out and I found the artist. The last guy, he's an artist, goes by the name of Prue. He's out of Memphis, Tennessee. I met him when I was in college at University of Memphis. I studied film there.
Oh,
And
no
I was studying film. He was like rapping. He was just like starting like this was like maybe because I graduated there in oh my God, 2011. And he's like one of those people that just like stuck with it. Like and I respect that. Like if I know somebody that's like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stick with it, and they still doing it 5, 10, 15 years later, I'm like, okay, I respect you.
You get a spot in my movie now.
You got a spot, and you got a spot in the credits for sure.
Yeah, no, that was dope. Okay, cool. So a lot of the projects, same thing with the actors too. It's a lot of people that you've worked with in the past, and like, no.
Yeah, the actress that's in it, she was in the film that I screened with the movies Screeners Club
Yeah, I
in
recognized her.
August.
Mm-hmm.
Was it August or September?
It
No,
was
August. This month,
no,
September
it was July.
or
it was
July.
July. It was July.
July.
Yeah, her name is Pixie Indigo. She did a great job.
Yeah,
And
that
when I sent her the script, she was like, "What?" I was
yeah. So like, how do you wrote that one too?
yeah, driving separately.
Yes.
Yeah, we co-wrote that one together.
How do you come up with an idea like that? Has that happened like personally, or do you know someone
No,
that's happened
so
personally?
the idea just came from we was like so we entered she told me well I shot No Heroes in February.
Mhm.
Um I think I went home in like March or something or April. And then she hit me up and she was like, hey, there's this 2-week filmmaker contest. I think you should enter into it. Da 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 da. Cause she had saw like a rough draft of like No Heroes and stuff. And she was like, damn, Dexter, you're talented. You can direct, act, and write and da 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 da.
Mhm.
This is really good. And I was like, oh, thank you. But then she was like, yeah, so let's enter this 2-week filmmaker contest. And I was like, okay, let me look at it. And so I like looked at the credentials, checked it out online and the website. I was like, okay, this is a legit thing. And we went to the event. They gave us a theme that they give everybody the theme of like what the film should be based around. And the theme was a Hunter S. Thompson quote that freedom is something that dies if it isn't used.
Mhm.
And some people use that as like the basis of their film, da 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 da. I just used it as like kind of like a funny line to like throw people off.
Right. Completely.
It's in
Yeah,
there.
and then like our film, unfortunately, it didn't get screened to the CFC, the Collaboration Filmmakers Challenge.
They know,
Uh,
man.
oh my God, they missed like that theater. They would have been going crazy. Like
They would have freaked out. That's what
they would
we
have
did.
freaked out. They would have freaked out. Like who don't laugh at farts?
It's impossible.
Easy one.
It's also
I'm
so
laughing right now.
unexpected. It starts off that I love that film so much when we were watching it. It's literally so good. Oh,
And so it didn't get in, but we went to go check out the other films or whatever. And then maybe like a week later, before it got screened at the Movie Screeners Club on that Thursday, that Sunday, I screened it at Bar Lubowitz, I think, in West Hollywood for the Hollywood Film Club.
mhm,
And it was the first film that they showed.
mhm.
And everybody's in the room and they've had their drinks and they're chilling and the lights go out and the music comes on, dun, 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 dun. And then uh people are just like laughing from start to finish, especially at the end when she gets in the car and she thinks she has that moment by herself and she like lets out a long fart and her friend just knocks on the window out of nowhere. Everybody's just dying and it's so good. It's so good. When I first showed Pixie the first cut with the farting, she was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like people are gonna be thinking I'm shitting myself.
Trust. It's
Trust. It's trust me. People are
My
going.
vision, Pixie. It's my
that's
vision.
what I'm saying. You gotta see the vision here, dude.
You got to see the vision. You got to see the vision. It's hard to get actors to trust you, you know?
Oh yeah, big time. Until it's like fully cut on
Mhm.
the big screen.
And then you look at it and you're like, oh, that was a good idea, you
Yeah,
know?
it's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Know
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So is comedy like your kind of niche? Are you comfortable in comedy? And is that something you
I'm
want
pretty
to work
comfortable in comedy. I think the next thing that I'm gonna shoot might be like a horror-esque type of film, sort of
Oh.
similar
Mhm.
to like Long Legs a little
Oh
bit.
damn,
Devil stuff, huh?
Frankie.
Yeah, I got an idea for a good horror film, like a nice short horror film. And there's this one DP that I want to shoot with because I hadn't got a chance to shoot with him. He's really good, and we've just been missing each other. He didn't. I sent him I sent him No Heroes. I sent him everything. He liked everything. It's just like the timing of
Yeah.
like, okay, I got to shoot on this week because I got these days and da 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 da. And but hopefully he'll be the person that shoots my horror film.
That's sick.
And it will look really.
You got a little bit closer to horror and No Heroes in the
The
City.
hero,
More
yeah.
thrilling. More thrilling. I mean, I thought something like terrible was gonna happen.
Gonna happen.
And the fact that it's, whatever, it ends the way that it does, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like,
Yeah.
but I think that then you brought it back to comedy, but you touched it. You like barely
Yeah, I
edged us.
touched the surface for a little bit. I was
For sure, suspenseful, 100%, man.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. So yeah, I got a really good idea for like a horror film. Yeah. I think I might act in it too. I don't know. I'm trying like to give more people like the opportunities to act in my stuff instead of just being like, because I don't like the spotlight like that, but I can act. So
Right.
I'll do it. But I would prefer to like have somebody and like have them like
Mhm.
really like take it to like that next level.
And like be hands off and like be full on director mode.
Full on direct because it
Shoot,
just
yeah.
takes so much energy to do.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, you can't be splitting yourself up in like 6 different compartments and all that, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
always admire director actors. That's crazy.
That shit is crazy. Like I was so tired the first night that it took me 3 days to shoot No Heroes, but the first night when we shot all of the garage stuff and just like all the moving pieces and just like I was
Big time.
basically producing, directing, like acting in it,
Yeah.
making sure that my acting, that shit was a lot. It was a lot. It wasn't the first time I acted in one of my things, but that one was a lot.
Yeah, you were pretty much like the star of the film.
Yeah, I was basically the
Behind
dude.
the scenes and in front.
Dude, man.
Yeah.
Right, well, thank you so much, Dexter. This was awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
This was fun. I like to thank you.
Everyone please everybody go see No Heroes in the City, September 19th at Gardena Cinema. It's gonna be sick.
Gardena Cinema, the one and only.
One and only. Thanks so much.
The Movie Screeners Club is produced by Designing Hollywood Productions in association with Gardena Cinema. If you want to win the chance to have your short film screened in a huge cinema and the opportunity to be interviewed on our podcast, please submit your short film today to moviescreenersclub@gmail.com. This episode was sponsored by Smokebreak Productions, addictively entertaining.